Hi, so the Arco Tour 2024 finals were last week, and I managed to get 4th place using a mix of Happy Chaos and A.B.A. Since A.B.A was my lesser used character during the qualifiers for finals, I decided to make this video to cover all my sets with her, analyze the counterplay and what I did, and generally just go over them like I did with my last video with Andros in Cayenne Cup, and hopefully it will be a good experience. So without further ado, we can get right into it. Right, so first set we're going to be looking at here is going to be me versus Rang. So if you don't know already, Rang is currently the best player in South America, one of the best gold lowers in the world. I actually did choose to practice A.B.A for the gold lowers matchup instead of Happy Chaos. I generally think that A.B.A damage and health is pretty valuable, and I do like it. But as you can see here, so one important thing about A.B.A gold lowers is her backdash is, if I remember correctly, matter of fact, let me just double check. Her backdash is 24 duration, even though it is 1 to 6 frame invul. That means after backdashing gold lowers behemoths, she's actually still minus here. So something to be really careful of. You can see I successfully backdash this 426, but I try to dash up into 5H to catch a backdash or something, but he's already buffering a normal behind it, because he knows that I can't actually deal with that. So I have to burst here. It was pretty well played by him. I hop over the drone here because not to skip back too much. Hopping over drone is pretty good because if Gold Lewis is pressing like 2k or 2p or something behind it, or he's just waiting, like I just hop over and I can sometimes start offense. Rare occasions it will anti-air as well, but that's not reliable. This is a pretty rough spot though. I was about to run out of jealousy, so I decided just to mash. Kind of hoped for the best. And here, this was my mistake. I should have either been backdashing the 268s, I should have been 5k'ing the 2ks, or I should have anti-ed him when he initially jumped. This was unlucky though. The super actually whiffed here and he got the last drone hit instead. It doesn't seem like that bad of a situation, but it's actually really scary for him now. So I jump over the minigun. I actually take some chip damage from this behemoth, which I was trying to avoid. There we go. I backdashed that 268. I'm just so this was actually a really big mistake from Rang. So at this point, I'm in chip damage range, so he can sort of back off and build security. I actually do catch him backdashing though. Here though, he's mostly safe. Backdashes again, 2Ks. He should just still be playing defensive, even though he's in the corner. He ends up playing a little bit too aggressively here. I understand it though, because I'm just dashing. Unfortunately, I was trying to keep an eye out, specifically for that jump in to try and anti-air. That 2S clashing was lucky. I should have done 6p. This here though, if you're wondering why that 236k ended up working out in my favor, this is actually a meaty 236k setup. So after key grab, I dash up here. I do 236k, and it hits meaty. So it's already active at this point. He gets, he blocks the overhead. And then I end up mashing 2p before his 2p can actually come out. This setup can be around +2 or +3. So it's really strong if you manage to do it correctly. I get the burst though. So at this point, I'm satisfied. I know even if I lose the round, I have the resource advantage next time, because I have full burst now because I've managed to stall this out for so long. So lucky me. Get hit by the minigun, miss input JS there. I was actually trying to air dash JS. There we go, got the parry. He actually, this wasn't a punish. I'm not entirely sure why he got hit by this 2p. I think this was just a misinput, because this parry here it's genuinely a really good round start against more aggressive options. But you can see he's already oh, it caught a jump. I see. So that's just really unlucky. I never actually realized. There we go. I go for the low. At this point, we're sort of just trading. I'm trying to keep him in the corner. He ends up using all his security here to burn my jealousy. Not a bad idea, but I feel like unless A.B.A's going to run out, it's not worth it. Here we go. I'm just keeping up offense here. I have tension, so I'm just trying my best to build up jealousy. Build up risk. There we go. That was good. If you end up actually successfully backdashing 236k, you can usually back throw it like that. And yeah, in this situation, I just don't want to block because I'm in jealousy. Don't get the whiff punish there, actually. Oh, there we go. Trade combo. Rang actually had the right idea, mashing here. So after blocking Rekka 1, it is minus, and I have been staggering a lot, even with tension. But I ended up timing the Rekka 2 to get the trade here. Got the trade pickup. It didn't really matter whether I got the trade or just counter hit him, but it's nice to aim for either way. How did this go? Yeah, I ended up jumping here, blocked the fast slash. I tried to 6p. Okay, this was super unlucky. There's a lot in this first game, by the way, so which is why I'm going back so much. This here, so as A.B.A, you can rotate 2S and 6p to counter hit Goldless JD depending on his position. If he's directly above you, you want a 2S. If he's at a sort of diagonal angle, you want a 6p. So here, this was, you could 6p or 2S, since he's at kind of like a 70-80 degree angle here. But I tried to 6p him. He actually baited it with an air dash back and still had enough time to get Whiff Punish here. So that was super clever. That was insanely good. Here I tried to mash because I thought he would overextend, and now I just mash again because I just assume I've lost the round. Because it is a rough position to come back from. Go, I try to just back off a bit. I actually didn't enter Jealousy straight away because I thought he would minigun. Yeah, and this is just unfortunate. There we go, I deflect, I try to install, he calls out with the minigun. That was good. At this point, I'm sort of debating whether I switch to Chaos, but I end up committing to the A.B.A. Actually, base form... So I went back a little bit too far, that's my bad. Here, base form A.B.A fast slash actually is pretty good at covering Gold Lewis options. So it can cover Gold Lewis when he's pretty low in the air. Otherwise, it generally just has good button-to-button interactions. I got Jealousy. Go for the overhead here. Don't actually get the optimal key grab wall break, but I mostly just messed up my routing. Here we go. Got the whiff punish. That air behemoth was to try and beat a 6p or a 2s to clash with it, but I ended up just going for a whiff punish instead, which is what you're supposed to do. I'm very happy with this routing. So let me cover this round again. So here he tried to call out a 6p with an air behemoth. If I did 6p, it would clash. He would clash cancel into another one. It would counter hit me. I wait. I whiff punish. I go for this routing here. And as I get the wall break, I go for key grab, fast C6H, build up as much jealousy as I can. Then I went for the Jealous Rage super. It's a nice way to build up a lot of damage. Because otherwise, A.B.A's Jealousy super actually doesn't do that much damage. I go for a dash 2S to try and beat a JD. I should have done that on reaction, but I decided to do it on a read. I actually could have picked up from that air hit. So here, I played this round initially kind of poorly. So this I could have picked up from with dash 5k into a Danzai. Here I go for CS 2H. 2H into 236k isn't real mix, really, because A.B.A can't threaten a low after 2H. So I just went for it to see if he would get hit. Then I was a fool. I assumed he would chase my backdash with fast slash or 684 or any kind of behemoth. So I mashed 2p. But he mashed 2p instead. After 236k, you can mash 6p as A.B.A and it beats Goldlow's 2p, which I should have done as my layer 1, but I overthought it. I thought too far ahead. I ended up paying for it. Yeah, I'm blocking. Goldless gets the tension, but he backs off. I see the drone. So this is actually really well played by Rang as well. So he doesn't overextend when he doesn't need to. He has burst here. He has tension. He sees I have 0 jealousy. So, and he has security. So he goes, okay, I'm going to back off. Defensive, JD. I'm going to set drone. But I kind of assumed he would do that. So I tried to dash up and reacted to the drone set. And then 5-8 to counter hit it. So honestly, that was good recognition by him, but I just got lucky there. Got the 5k there. A.B.A 5k is a really good defensive normal. There we go. He blocked the 236k. He actually, one mistake Rang Hat made in the set is this 236k, he could have back thrown as a punish. Because I am way too close. You can super jump install A.B.A 236k to not put it in throw range, but I wasn't doing that. I made an error here. Didn't get punished as hard as I could have. He's a 2p behemoth. I ended up trading. Not great. It's not the worst position for me to be in, though. There we go. I 5k'd. 5k's low crush is actually really good at dealing with Gold Lewis 2k, so I managed to beat it there. Go. Goes into super. I don't remember exactly how I lost. Oh, no, I remember. So I jumped to beat the super RC, then I pressed JH, and I think I pressed another button as I hit the ground, so I got counter hit. Entirely my fault. That was good by Rang. There we go. Fast Flash catches the jump, like I mentioned earlier. 2k, 236k. Here, Rang is mostly just trying to block it out. Huge mistake. I think he was actually playing this round super well initially. So he deflects shields, blocks the mix-up. That was good. Jumps, doesn't press anything as he's jumping. He knows he can get anti-ed. He backs off. He blocks. He backdashes, which you shouldn't be doing, and then mashes immediately after the backdash. So if he played a little bit more patiently, I think it would have worked out. But he ended up making a decision there that cost him. I could have done an uninstall key grab here. I'm not sure why I didn't. I go for super. He goes JD. Guesses wrong. There we go. I mean, at that point, I don't disagree with the deflect shield into Behemoth here, because this is such a bad spot to be in. I think it's fine just to gamble on, like, hitting A.B.A, but definitely didn't work out. Right, game 3. So I do dash 2S again. I'm kind of surprised I did that. Yeah, so I've noticed at this point, Rang has a bad habit where after backdash, he will almost always press something. So because he's backdashing my wreckers so much, I decided just to send the follow-up on whiff, which A.B.A can do, luckily. Bursts, don't disagree. This time I try to slide under because I've noticed he's been blocking all this time, but he actually goes for the 6p, which is really nice. There we go. The optimal wall break. Wrecker 2 wall splat into key grab, 100 jealousy. Now you're in a rough spot. So the fast flash hits. I don't get the Wrecker pickup, which is unlucky. Yeah, I wait, I go for 2H. This time I get the 2H into 236k. I'm surprised he got hit by it, but no one's perfect, right? There we go. Now I have the momentum. So this is actually, just to pause for a moment, this matchup is in theory pretty bad for A.B.A, but the more I've been practicing it, I actually feel because of her damage and the way she plays the neutral, Gold Lewis has to play in such a defensive, like slow, kind of scared way. That kind of reminds me of how Gold Lewis plays against Max Blood Nago. That it ends up being really hard to play against. Because even with Nago, I feel like Gold Lewis out damages him on like average interactions. Meanwhile, A.B.A, most of her button-to-button interactions against Gold Lewis, she loses them, but she gets a lot more damage. So you can see I got the punish there, block the gold burst, catch the backdash, and now, yeah, he does jump back, Behemoth. This is really risky, but if he was correct and I dashed into him to try and like punish or catch the landing, I would be knocked down, he would have max security, I would run out of jealousy. He's super favored to win the round. Because I backed off, I get a CS as a whiff punish, and I end up getting all of this reward. So, not amazing for Rang here. He blocks the fuzzy, jumps out, blocks that, go for BRC, go for an overhead, I go for another overhead. I'm honestly just trying to show it off to the crowd. if I'm being real, I was hoping he would get hit, but I didn't think he would because he knows about this setup. If I went low, he would have. Big execution mistake though. This 5p was supposed to be an uninstall. Oh, it was either supposed to be uninstall or I was trying to do whiff JP to do more mix. But either way, that ended up happening. I uninstall, I block the overheads, I jump, we trade here, and now I kill him. So it is looking a lot better for me, but Rank, the main issue is he's playing a little bit too scared, and Well, it's not. I don't even think scared is the right word. He's just making a lot of decisions like too quickly. So it's like deflect and then he would press a button, or backdash and then press a button. I'm making mistakes as well, and he's calling me out on them. But so far, it's working out in my favor here. So what happened in this next game? Okay, fast slash 486. This round start is really clever because this is designed specifically to beat parry, I think. Because I like to do parry round start, I'm pretty sure that 486 or delay 486 forces me to block even after I've parried. So there's no reason to like try and counter hit confirm it. I can respect him just going for it. There we go. I try to backdash. Honestly, I'm just panicking here. This was tragic. That 6H was a Danzai. If it worked, I actually would have counter hit him. Because I was doing it to anti at him. There we go. Yeah, now I'm in a rough spot. I'm pretty sure I don't make it out of this. Yeah, I mash here. Yeah, Rang's running. Oh, no, I do get a backdash back throw. Try to build some jealousy. Did delay CS to catch a jump. I press 5k. His 2p work. Yeah, there you go. Caught the backdash. Super good round from Rang. He just like... Honestly, he ran offense perfectly. Even after getting back thrown, he stayed calm. There we go. I install here. A lot of the time, I don't like... this tournament, I didn't do like just 5H into install raw super often. I usually did like 5H into 236k. Then if it hit or whiffed or whatever would happen, then I would install afterwards. So here I'm trying to like just force him into the corner. He gets out. I wild assault. Get the wrecker here. There we go. Go for the 5H into the fuzzy. Blocks it. I'm not forcing anything too hard. I mostly just want to get him to the corner. Here, though, that was really bad from me. So, off of that fast slash and off of this 5H, I should have uninstalled because I was going to get a lot of jealousy back and I did not have tension. I tried to force it, though, and even after backing off, I tried to call out the JD, which Rank has been doing because it's been working. Then at this spot, I can't uninstall because I think he's going to minigun. And I didn't call out the minigun, and I didn't call out the drone. So it was just a huge sequence of, like, massive mistakes on my part. Here we go. Going to start running offense. 248, wait for me to uninstall. Now he's backing off. He's not taking risks. Puts down drone. There he backdashes again, which is a mistake, and does let me install, which is big. There we go. I do the fade away because I think he's going to back throw me. So I do PLC back into 2K2D. And then in this spot, I think I just Danzai. Yeah, I Danzai. I get the anti-air. Because Danzai is a surprisingly good anti-air in those spots because you can just RC on whiff if people try to punish you. Yeah, so as I was talking about earlier, right? So A.B.A 2S and 6P are supposed to be used to anti-air goldless JD. This angle, though, is a 6P angle. And I ended up pressing 2S, which, as you can see here, gets me counter hit. So entirely my fault. Rank spaced that really well. Yep, deflect shield. Burst, that's a good burst. Don't let me install. He keeps above 50 security. Minigun stops the install, gets the drone out. Like, he played that neutral so well. Yeah, deflect shield still gets the behemoth off. This isn't great, but he does have the super PRC, so he can make it work. I was hoping this would wall splat. I kind of knew it wouldn't, but I was still kind of aiming for it. I'm just like running offense here to stagger, try and build some jealousy. That, a lot of people said it was a misinput. This 5D was actually intentional because very few people are looking for A.B.A 5D. So I decided just to send it and then 2P afterwards if he got hit. Because A.B.A 2P is a 4-framer, and I thought I would hit him, get Oki. It was a stupid risk. In like reality, there's no reason to do that when I had so much tension and so much jealousy. But it is intentional. Rang blocked it, obviously. His reactions were really good this set. And this was tragic. So after messing up this 5D, I block this cross up. And with 5H, I'm like, okay, he backed off anyway. I need to install. I see the drone. I whiff 2p instead of install. I backdash, I 5H, and I'm like, my brain got scrambled. I should have parried or slid under the drone. But instead, because I had just messed up an install, it wasn't really tilt, but it was more like frustration at myself. I was like, let me try and force an install anyway. And I didn't recover in time, obviously. And I died for it. It was a huge error, so what can you do, right? The thing is, I recognized it at the moment, and I tried to compose myself quickly. So even, you're about to see what happened in this round. So I did dash 2S again, which is stupid. I should be 2Sing on reaction. Like, he's forcing me to burst in Jealous Rage. I have no jealousy. I have no tension. Like, there's no realistic way for me to win this round, so I just try to mash. I mashed 5k. What I should have done, at the very least, was mash 6p. No, I mashed 2p. So 6p is really good to rotate because it beats the mids, and 5k beats a lot of lows. I haven't used 6p yet, so he's looking bad for me, but I'm not like frustrated. I just acknowledge I made mistakes. Backdashes again. Rang has been backdashing a lot, so I deflect again. I've probably been overusing deflect, but it's been working out. Here we go. Really good burst. Doesn't let me uninstall. Now, I know Rang is probably wanting to force the offense here because he wants to win. Drone is out, and he's immediately being aggressive when before he's been waiting. So I played just out of air behemoth range, and I try to snipe his landing recovery with 5H because I'm like, if I don't hit the drone, sorry, if I don't hit Goldust and get rid of drone, I'm in like a set losing spot. So I end up going for the 5H and just barely hitting the landing recovery. This one 5H honestly won me the whole set. So I end up hitting him. I play patient. I'm like, okay, he doesn't have drone. He's close to the corner. He can't set drone because he is too close to the corner. I'm going to dash at him. He's either going to force me to block a button, which is okay because he can't get free offense from it, or he's going to try and JD and get his free offense. So I wait. He does JD. I get the 6p. Right, then I force offense. I do key grab into key grab, which is good for catching backdash. He 6ps it though, which is the correct counterplay. There we go. I 2k. This is like really scary for me. And here, I barely recognized the spacing. And I knew that other behemoth was going to whiff if he did it. Like from here, I got partially lucky, partially good recognition on my part. So I knew that would whiff, but I think I pressed just a little bit too early anyway. And it almost hit me. But I got it. I end up counter hitting him. I go into install with 100. I just throw him and I get the round. That round changed if Rang did not do an air behemoth. It was a good decision by him, but it was risky. And I think at that point, he should have just played safer. There we go. This time I backdash, so I recognize he doesn't have burst. So he can't burst me if I install. And I've been playing aggressive in a lot of round starts. So this time I back off, I install, I know he doesn't have security, he doesn't have burst. If I hit him, I probably win the game. So I go for this, delay 236k. Now he has burst, but it's too late by this point because I have positive bonus, I have 50 jealousy, and it's a really tough position. So I back off, I do Danzai, force him into the corner, put myself into the corner and burst bait. There we go. Rang, tries to backdash the blue wild assault, it caught him. There we go, I catch the backdash again. And at this point, like, you really have to just make a hard read. Gets whiff punished. End up winning the set. Honestly, this whole set, I think, was like 1 or 2 decisions away from rotate. Obviously, I'm focusing on my own gameplay during this video. I'm trying to point out what Rang did good and bad as well, along with what I did good and bad. If Rang backdashed just a little bit less on some key hits, or at some points he was a little bit too scared, at some points he was a little bit too aggressive, I think if he normalized that, this set would have gone in his favor. I think he honestly played it super well. I think this is like really, really good example of how Gold Lewis should play the matchup, minus some small mistakes that we saw throughout the set here and there. So honestly, really happy with this. 3-2 in my favor, final round. I think it was a really good game. So hopefully that analysis gave it justice. So the next set here, it was me versus Jonathan Tene. So this is Sol A.B.A. This was in top 8. So in groups, I played a little bit of A.B.A versus Razzo, but not much. Versus Gobo, I played solo Chaos. So I just mostly wanted to get into the top 8, where I did play a lot of A.B.A. I had just played a set against Daru, but that was also Chaos. So here, I've been practicing a lot of this matchup, because I am not a huge fan of Sol Chaos at the moment. Not because I think it's bad. I just think, again, it's the same reason I value A.B.A Gold Lewis, because I really like the damage. And I think having high health is also really valuable. You can see already, I do dash 5k, immediately do hop kick, install. Like, I'm just playing hyper aggressive. Jonathan Hill, though, blocks that 236k, super nicely done, presses 5k, sorry, presses 2k as you should, because that's a crouching 5-framer. It beats all my options until, you know, I'll explain why it doesn't do that once we get to it. Here we go, I burst him back to the corner. That is a meaty 236k, just barely. So you can see it was +1. So it traded with Jonathan's 2k. Because my 2k is a 6-framer. So I uninstall here. I want to keep the corner. And I managed to do that. I got his burst. Install. Get the cross up in neutral. He blocks that. This was really unlucky because I was greedy, right? And I misjudged spacing. So what I had done is I got this cross up. I dropped the CS. I should have gone for 5k, right? But then on top of that, I get this fuzzy and I tried to do instead of going for JS into JHJD, I went for a delay JH, which is a harder pickup. It works better if the opponent is not in the corner. But because of how close he was to the corner, I think the JD would have worked anyway for the wall bounce. And then I just mashed afterwards because I was honestly mostly just frustrated with myself. Good recognition by Jonathan. I mashed here, which is crazy. Tried to throw, backdash BRC, really nice defense. Gets the Fafnir. Not the clean hit, though. I just end up mashing. I think that might have been reversal super, but I can't remember too well. Yeah, 6H. I mean, 6H is just the beat everything round start. I think 5k would have beaten it, but I wanted to be... I didn't press that. Here we go. Gets the 2k stagger, throws me. I fuzzy jump. I didn't get the punish, though. He tried to 6H me. So that's one thing Sol does have in the matchup. Most characters can't really stop A.B.A doing button install, especially 5H install, right? Sol, I think he can, or at the very least, he can beat me if I press a button afterwards. But this happened instead, and he wasn't in range. I did that because I assumed he would 6S. And I was trying to go over the 6S. Here we go. He blocks the fuzzy. Uninstall, I get the low here. I go for another low, I get the wall slump, uninstall, key grab. I'm not getting much damage, but I'm mostly just trying to secure my jealousy and my tension. Because against Sol, he can beat Jealous Rage. Not consistently, but he has a lot of options that do end up beating Jealous Rage. Like Revolver, like Vortex. He can kind of force himself to just like slam against A.B.A. So having high jealousy is good on defense. Here though, it was kind of funky. So he ends up DPing. I assume he's going to be scared of Reversal Super RC. So I end up just doing dash fast slash and wake up. And I try to just force mix from it. So I go Rekka 1 into fast RC 236k because people usually block low. After blocking Rekka 1, then I RC and I go into another low like this. So I knew Jonathan... I have a bad habit of going high on like all my mix-ups, so I tried to fix that for this top 8. Here we go though. I jump, whiff punish the success. Get the punish here. There we go. Like I said, so he revolved directly into my Jealous Rage. There's not much I can do about that. He backs off, doesn't take any risks. I hit him there though. It's hard to take no risks versus A.B.A as a brawler like Sol. So... eventually, I know I'm going to be able to hit him with a hop kick or something. Yeah, this was super unfortunate. So I get my combo here. I go back to mid screen, and I go for 2H Rekka 1. I hit him. I didn't confirm the Rekka 1. Then when I try to go for the overhead, I didn't recognize how far the 236K would send me back. Oh, sorry, the how far the fast slash would send me back and make it so 236K doesn't whiff. And here I'm just being incorrect on defense. Jonathan is calling me out, catches my jump. Yeah. Catches my dash, catches my jump, keeps me locked down. He is stressed. I would be too against this character. I got my little Taukaka pin on my jersey. Yeah, I tried to hop kick here. There we go. Backdash. I know I don't like to, but as A.B.A, I know I kind of have to just backdash and mash on wake up. So I'm doing it to try and call out the throws. There we go. This is a whole sequence. So here, I tried to dash 2K. Tried to catch the backdash, but I didn't go far enough. I should have just done 5H for that. Here though, I counter hit him. I've already buffered install. So it messed up my counter hit confirm. I install. I know he's going to see this. He's going to press fast slash or 6S or some sort of mid to try and hit me. So I ended up just resetting him instead because I knew I couldn't pick up from that. And I got the fast slash. Mr. Danzai, he just DP'd. Revolver, like... There was a lot that happened in that short sequence. He does Fafnir, I uninstall. He keeps his turn, but I can 6p him. Unfortunately, A.B.A 6p is just a little bit odd to confirm from. And there we go. That's, in a sense, that is a safe jab. It's just a reversal meaty 5H because of Jealous Rage. 5H is huge disjoint. It will usually clash or make reversals with. Hurry around star, I back off. IBFD after the Wild Assault. Install here. I do the same thing again, trying to catch him. Didn't work out. Now I'm noticing Jonathan is DPing like a lot against me. And I couldn't tell whether it was from tilt or just genuinely how he wanted to play the matchup. Because I know reversals are pretty common against A.B.A. Because a lot of people just assume they're dead anyway. This I was happy with. This trade combo. Now, it was logical to assume that I was just going to do Rekka 1 here because I'm about to uninstall. And doing Rekka 2 puts me on 0 jealousy and makes me punishable. So I would be giving up the game potentially. So I decided to just go for it. Get the trade combo, got Rekka 2, RC'd, picked up, Rekka 2, get a lot of jealousy, baited the DP again. And I think he did Vortex here. Yeah, that is fast slash, he called it out with Vortex, which is correct. There we go, end up blocking this. I got thrown. I do reversal super. I'm like kind of unsure how to beat him here. Like I'm a little scared because I don't want to lose the game. And there we go. I ended up 6ping. Now a lot of these 6Ps shouldn't really be working. He delayed Revolver after success, I think. I'm pretty sure usually that would beat 6P, but I'm noticing 6Ps are working a little bit more than they should be, so regardless of whether I should be pressing it or not, at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm going to start pressing 6Ps more. I'm going to see how far it takes me. Back to the start of this round, though. I see that Banditbringer whiff. I whiff punish. He bursts. I see the success whiff. You know, I try to whiff punish. Like, when people do play aggressive into A.B.A, you need to start getting, like, your whiff punishes down. Because most people are going to be sending, like, huge, easy-to-punish buttons against her. Like, even just then, he pressed 6H. This was, that was just the mix-up I did against Orang, where I did 5H into a fuzzy. I just messed it up. Because I didn't expect him to get hit, and I got thrown off. Nice punish on the record, too. But yeah, like, my whiff punishes I don't think were super impressive. But you need to space yourself in a way where you're not just running at the opponent 24/7. And you have to actually be able to hit them out of their normals. Here we go. Now, this is what I mentioned in the first round. So usually Sol 2K beats more or less everything after 236K because it's a 5-framer. And A.B.A is -2, and she does not have a 3-framer. No character does anymore. But what I did was, even though his 2K came out first, A.B.A 5K low crushes really early. And it ends up counter-poking. So that worked out in my favor. I got the install, he blocked the overhead. Catches the backdash, really nicely done. I mashed, FYI. Didn't work out. He goes for the low. Clean hit, Volcanic Viper. No jealousy, a lot of damage, positive. This round looks like screwed, so I just decided to send it with 236k. Hoped for the best. Again, I 6P'd. These 6Ps should realistically not be working, but I'm noticing because they are, there's no reason to stop yet. That was a funny interaction there. Okay, there we go. Got the whiff punch on the 2S. There we go. DPs. That's correct. Gets the clean hit. I think I was going to get wall broken there, so I end up bursting. He just played better than me here. Hold on. So DPs, catches me, forces me to burst. I wanted to 236k, and it would have actually gone over the Gunflame. I decided to do Wrecker instead, because this beats 6P, it beats lows, it beats, like, preemptive button pressing. It's so good at dealing with button-to-button interactions, but it lost the Gunflame, so... I ended up mashing, I got hit, super wall break, right? Yeah. Now this is kind of tough. I got hit. I don't know how I got hit by that. The second hit of JH... that was just a mistake on my part. I should have been better there. Here we go, though. Here we go. Wild Assault. He's spending all his resources. So now I know that as long as I survive this, I'm in a good spot. There we go. I blocked the low this time. Now, he has no burst. I have a lot of risk, so if I make him block, I'm building a lot of resources. This is just a really, really good position for me. As long as I do not fuck up. So, I see he whiffs. I get the whiff punish. I'm playing a lot more patient than I think he's giving me credit for. At the very least, I'm rotating a lot of my neutral options here. This is a good call out, right? This success is good, because if he makes me block, then I have to guess on what his next cancel option is going to be. And he can play safe, he can play aggressive. Instead, though, I managed to back off, and I get this whiff punish. Close Far Slash is A.B.A's best whiff punish tool. Probably the best whiff punish tool in the entire game. Because you get Far Slash 2H into this, into Danzai, into all of that. So I got an insane amount of damage, tension. I got my jealousy back. He does backdash BRC, I back off. Back off again. Here, I don't really want to burst. I think the wall break here is fine. Like, I'm still in such a good position. And then, okay, now I run out. This isn't great, so I need to be more careful. Yeah, now I don't burst. I burst there. That entire route is pretty burst safe. So I think the only place I can burst is after the 5k. If he chooses to go into JH. So here we go. I think he's going to press some sort of low, or I think he's going to get close enough where I can make him block. I do that. Beat the 2k. That wasn't the best combo I could have done. And this was also very far away from the best combo I could have done. So I get another meaty 236k, this time in base form. I catch him. He seemed kind of... This was unlucky. So that was a little bit meaty, which is why this traded. I think it was, at least. This, though, this Wrecker 2 really shouldn't have caught him. I don't know why he switched to stand blocking. There was a chance, because I know Jonathan, he was having some hands pains before the event, which is really unfortunate. I have a similar thing, but I think his are a lot worse than mine. So that could have just been, like, an execution mistake. It's unfortunate, but there we go. I JD, bait the far slash here, so I tried to bait something to beat my landing recovery, because A.B.A lands so quickly, it's kind of hard to catch. I get the 6p. There we go. I air block Revolver, so he's plus. I get another Fast Clash 2H. So I get the Danzai here. Air routing. There we go. So now this is almost unlosable. He is about to get Jealousy. He does deflect shield. Sorry, he's about to get 50 tension, I meant to say. There we go. He makes me block. He makes me block. He's playing it well. And there we go. I catch the backdash with CS. I go into Super. And we go to a game 5 situation. But yeah, like slightly off topic, but yeah, I do feel a little bit not bad necessarily, because I think that's the wrong wording to use, but it's just unfortunate that a lot of competitors have really bad hand pains. Because I feel like it meant Jonathan wasn't able to play at like his 100%. There we go. I didn't get the whiff punish there. Get the anti-air. Missed my Danzai, but he still burst. This was a miss input. I know for a fact Jonathan did not want that second Revolver. He ends up having to burst DPs immediately. I just build Jealousy, build Jealousy, build Jealousy. There we go. He didn't manage to get the 6H. I was too far, and this is just huge. Yep, super wall break. Get Oki. He 5Ks. That is an insanely good 5K, by the way. Like, I do this setup a lot, where I do JP or CS, and then I jump cancel to like try and cross you up. That was crazy. Like that 5K there, it's a shame he didn't follow up from it, but that was insanely good. Then he did 6S. I slapped him out of it. Now here I do Rekka 1. I assume he's going to block low after the Rekka 1, so I do fast RC into overhead instead. There was so much back and forth in this side, it's crazy. Oh, he misses the whiff punish, which is unlucky. I just do overhead. I'm just trying to beat out mids here. Like, it feels scrubby, but it's such a good tool to beat Sol's moves. There's no reason not to do it. There we go, 50%. 5p. He's 5ping me. He's trying to beat out 236k. Like, he's going for it this time. There we go. I want to keep my tension. There, I don't know. I don't know what I was doing, to be honest. So I have all this tension here, right? And what I should have done is uninstalled. Because A.B.A can fight Sol in base form, and I need my Jealousy back. Instead, I tried to really force it. I whiffed 3 things and spent Jealousy. So I just went for like that 214k into throw instead. There we go. Nice. That's a super good whiff punish on the hop by Jonathan. So if you space yourself well enough, A.B.A 236k like this, you can whiff punish like on reaction very reasonably. So dash CS there. Doesn't get a combo though. Resets me into throw. Which I assume wasn't intentional. I 6p again. Yeah, and then I burst. I probably didn't need to burst, but I ended up choosing to. Try and bait him again. Block the low. 5k. Yeah, I get hit here. So technically not a good spot to be in. I go into low key grab. I do dash CS to try and catch a back throw. So, sorry, try and catch a backdash, but he has backdash BRC anyway. This is how I won the set, and I still feel bad about it because it was actually a very bad decision. And I'll explain why. I blocked Sol CS. If I'm going to mash, I should mash something like 2p. Instead, I mashed 6p. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. He made a mistake. A huge mistake, which he made earlier in the set, where he delayed too much after I'd already blocked the normal. That should be a frame trap. I ended up being able to 6p it, and I throw him, and I end up winning the set. Like, it feels kind of... Technically, I was just repeating the decision I've been making the whole set. Well, I've been noticing he's been making this mistake. So I've kept calling it out with 6p. I shouldn't have been, though, technically, especially after CS, because I don't think he's delayed it too much after CS yet, but I ended up making that decision at the end. It ended up winning me the game, and I assume he's going to think I'm going to go for like a high or a low, so instead I just go for throw. I win, and that's that. We have A.B.A in, I believe it was losers semis now. Right, and the final set that I'm going to cover today at least is me versus Tatuma. So Tatuma being the current best Sol in Japan, and I wanted to play A.B.A against him. Because he had just beaten Sanakan, Poker. Last Evo he beat Leffen. All in Chaos Sol. So the way he plays Chaos Sol is very, very difficult to deal with, and I think A.B.A had been working out for me, so I wanted to keep doing that. So here I beat the fast slash round start with 5k. Really unfortunate I couldn't convert from it, and I'm being a little bit I'm being impatient on defense here, so I need to work on that. There we go. He had 2Ds. So sorry, I think I yelled a little bit. Now I'm realizing this is an entirely different player to Jonathan. Like, not necessarily better or worse, but he's playing so differently. Already, he's backdashing when I'm in install rather than, like, forcing offense. So I think both are valid, but he plays the exact opposite against Jealous Rage. Then, he's jumping. So this is really hard to pin down. And this gameplay, this style, is done specifically to stall out Jealousy rather than to counter people overextending in Jealousy. So here, I'm noticing, okay, I need to go in, like, immediately. So I do JH. Oh, sorry, I do JS. He does 2D. The low profile, my jump in, which is insane. And I've seen Tatuma play. I know he does DP a lot, so I do 2k 2D into Danzai, and I call it out, go into key grab. Here, I mean, I RC'd too early. I didn't get my Jealousy. This, like, screwed up the whole round, honestly. Now I get punished here. I have no Jealousy. And I'm in, like, a super rough spot. Yep. JP Wild Throw. I think I backdash. Here, I get some back. I try and bait a DP or a back throw. 5k trade with 2k. I walk back. I go for the mix-up. There we go. I catch a dash block. Because, I could have just done 5h into install. But instead, I wanted to do 5h into slightly delayed 236k to catch that little dash up, because I thought that's what he would do. There we go. Now I install. There we go. I have Jealousy, I have RC, and this should be dead. Oh no, I fucked up the conversion. I just went for... I tried to do double Danzai, but that combo doesn't work. That's entirely my fault. Oh, counter hit my... Yeah, that's unlucky. I wanted to Rekka. Not close enough, though. I jump the Bandit Bringer. I mash on a Revolver. Delay Blue Wild Assault. Go for a cross-up. I actually don't know how I lost this round. Yo, I dropped that conversion. He blocks that. Yeah, of course. And now I'm forced to use the Jealousy super. There we go. That's another meaty 236k. Also, can I just say, I don't know many other people who use meaty 236k other than me. So the fact that Tatuma actually recognized this means... Like, when I saw he didn't mash on it, I was actually very impressed. Because even people who know about this setup don't think about it in base form. So he was patient here. I go, he got hit there. Oh no, I think I won this game actually. And then yeah, space 236k and then bam. Space 236k is actually so unbelievably strong. Like, the thing is, spacing it is really hard because if it whiffs, it gets punished on reaction. But if you can get this, like 5k beats out 2k. And the minus frames really just don't matter anymore. And there we go, I end up winning that game. Oops. Sorry if you just heard my my PC just then. Alright. Now, something funny about Tatuma is he actually, he drinks water, and I think he keeps the water, like, in his mouth. Yeah. During the set. And I'm not entirely sure why, but I think it works out for him. There we go, called out the parry, nicely done. His strike throw is so... This guy's strike throw is genuinely, like, some of the best I've ever played against in my life. Like, the way he delays and staggers and, like, stutters, and then, like, calls out jump and FD in like so many different ways. This was like perfectly timed to catch my jump, which is crazy. Like, it's so hard to deal with this guy's offense. There we go, JH. That, now I'm realizing, now I know he can play aggressive against Jealous Rage. He just chooses not to. Because that JH there was insane. There we go. Wall broken. I shouldn't win from this position. I tried to super. It didn't come out. That's, my fault. There we go. Another aggressive round start. Dash 2K has been working out for him super well. There we go. Staggers, staggers. Backs off when he knows he doesn't have to. There we go. Backs off again. Like, this guy is not forcing the issue against me, ever. He does 5H. Back dashes. Sees me install. Dashes to bait me. Back dashes again. Blocks 236k. He's plus. Back dashes again. And now he's back dashing. Does 2D. I call out the 2D this time with a low JH. But, like, he plays so scared of Jealous Rage, which is a valid game style. I think you should be rotating aggressiveness and retreating. That was a crazy hero burst. So that you can't really convert from. Here, he tried to 5k, I hit him, I tried to bait the burst because I know he hero bursts. But, like, he still did it after all that, and then I just caught the walk back here. There we go. I install 5H. Yeah, that was a really good 6P. Like, I think Jonathan was playing the matchup very well in his own way. And I think Tatuma was playing the matchup super well in his way as well. I think specifically, Jonathan was playing against me pretty good. Because I think Jonathan studies players, like, very well. Tatuma, I think he specifically was doing anti... Like, the way he was playing neutral on offense and defense against A.B.A was a lot more annoying to deal with. Both super impressive Sol players, but it was very difficult to have to rotate from one to the other. Yeah. I end up getting wall broken here. Because against Tatuma, I was trying to 6P and play against his neutral in the same way I was against Jonathan. And I didn't adapt quick enough to how he plays. Like, Jonathan would have done backdash BRC here, which I think Key Grab would have called out, maybe? That was the idea, at least. Tatuma just went for a reversal super. So, yeah, he's laughing. Haha, I love Tatuma. He was honestly so fun to play against. There we go. I walk back 5H, gets the whiff punish, really nice. I don't really want to burst here. There we go. I IBFD. I'm trying to play patient. I know I don't have to worry too much. I'm getting a lot of IBs off. There we go. Now that was too aggressive of me. Guys, the burst bait. I'm still not bursting. There, now I burst. I'm whiffing. 2S uninstall. 5D. That combo doesn't work. I don't know why I went for it. Oh my god. I'm really trying to, like... As soon as I'm in Jealous Rage, I'm starting to play way more aggressive because I know Tatuma loves to play defensive and run away. Yeah. But you can see my impatience, like, just cost me that whole round. If I threw him once, or if I just did, like, a Danzai, or, like, a proper pressure sequence, it would have worked out. I get counter hit. Still playing way too impatient. Gets the wall break. Now, I install. I'm like, okay, I have to try and win here. There we go. 2k overhead. I get lucky. He gets hit. There we go. And I just decide against Sol. So this is interesting because I feel like it's not spoken about enough as A.B.A. So against Sol, with 100 tension, I could go for super wall break OK, but I don't want to because he's going to reversal super RC or he's going to YRC. He's going to DP maybe. He's going to super RC potentially. I don't want to deal with all of that. And I think A.B.A.'s neutral against Sol is already good. So I don't need Oki. I decided just to key grab, RC, 6H key grab, get like 90 jealousy, and just play neutral. I did not want to like do a super wall break. And I think it was the correct choice because you can see I still have jealousy here. And I still have jealousy. And I still have jealousy. Now I've ran out, but I've like done my damage. I've like done what I wanted to do. I 236K'd in the wrong direction. This was tragic. It's something I really don't like about A.B.A. Where if you 2S someone and they get sent the other way and you try to special cancel, I tried to go into 214K. But instead, I did 236K and went that way. Which feels really bad, honestly. I think I could have won that game had I gotten that. But it is what it is. There was definitely a pickup that would have worked otherwise. Did I win this game? No, I got DP'd. Ah, what even happened? Oh my god. Oh yeah, I tried to throw. Yeah. He jumped. I shouldn't have gone for the throw. I know he's a big jumper. Yeah, that was... The last two games, I've been playing so scrambly and aggressive because I'm not used to this Sol game style. So now I have to adapt. Let's see if I do or not. Flip kick, doesn't get the punish. IBFD, play defensive, slow, jealous rage, run up. Now I catch the backdash with 5H. I go for the low, and this all works out for me. Go for Rekka, overhead, go for the overhead. Yep, get the burst bait. Because I know he can't really burst that. As long as I just do the correct combo and like land, I'm going to uninstall manually, and I'm either going to pick up, or he's going to burst and it'll burst bait. I didn't actually think he would burst, but I knew if he did, it would be fine. Wow, mashes after the Fafnir there. That was crazy. Fafnir, and then it's still his turn. There we go. Now I get the 6p. Ah, no, A.B.A. This is unlucky. Like, A.B.A. not really getting a 6p conversion off of this distance is really, really sad. Because I tried, but you just have to kind of guess and send it anyway. Yeah, punishes my 5H with a throw there. I don't know why I pressed throw. I think I just assumed he would fake out into it. There we go. I called out backdash BRC with dash 5k. I've been looking for that for like a lot of games now, even versus Jonathan. There we go. Backdash BRC. Oh no. I made a mistake. So he does DP here because that beats if I press anything. He is -1. So if I try to throw him, command grab actually beats it. I think if I 2P'd it would have worked, but I just pressed CS. I got thrown and I just died. It was funny though. Like, I wasn't upset, I wasn't mad, I wasn't tilted. I just thought it was really funny, and I just went right to the next game. There we go, 5k works again. I'm not going into Rekka. There we go. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Oh my goodness. Whoa, we are slugging it out. I'm not even going to go back to analyze. There were just a lot of drops and a lot of mashes in that situation. Back off the deflect shields. I wanted to do that. Yeah, now I'm just backing off. I know I don't need to do anything. Go to base form. That's okay. I am playing way too frantic, though. Looking back at this set, I'm understanding. One mistake I made against Tatuma that I didn't realize until I started analyzing now is I was playing really frantic. Which I think is normal as A.B.A. But I really shouldn't be. Doesn't kill. I do Danza, he gold bursts. Because I think he was going to DP or mash. I run up. I do 5H, blue wild assault. Bait the DP. Bam. Really good defense by Tatuma. He's honestly the perfect mix of like very aggressive, but also knowing when to like be patient, knowing when to block. Like he's not random. He's just correct, like very often. And that's hard to deal with. 5H install, there we go, the JH. Because he knows that I've been jumping. So he called me out like perfectly there. I back off, I don't get the uninstall. I tried a 6p and I get 2S, which is really nice. Get wall broken. I'm in a rough spot. There we go. I'm trying to build jealousy. I'm being careful of backdash BRC. There's JP wild throw again, which I've not been jumping. I really should be mashing or jumping against that. But I'm not. 5H, key grab. I go for the low. Now, here, this is very winnable. I whiffed the overhead, but it's hard to stop anyway. I get the Oki, and this is basically an even game now. I get the cross up, I try to burst bait. Oh, why did I do that? Yeah, I burst him. 5H, Rekka, overhead. He presses 2K. Oh my god, what happened? Yeah, I beat 2K. I try to burst bait again, because I'm playing way too scared now. I missed the overhead. Oh my god. Yeah, and I get 5K. I made a huge mistake of burst baiting like 3 times. If I didn't burst bait those times, I think I would have won. Here, if I just did Rekka into Rekka, I would have got enough jealousy to win, for sure. Because this is not enough to win the game, because I have to make a move now. Here, I miss the overhead. I see the deflect shield. I try to punish, but I didn't see it in time, so I just pressed, and I tried to beat him jumping with JS, but I should have done JH because that would have hit him on the ground as well. And he does 5K, punishes my landing. There were like 3 or 4 different things I could have done, and if I had done any of them, I would have won that round. But here, I install because I see he's super far. 5H into overhead isn't really a mix-up either. There's no low threat, but I thought that if I delayed it, I might catch him mashing or something. Just as like a frame trap. Here we go. I get this combo. I know like one more hit and he's probably dead. He does deflect shield. Uninstall. There we go. And I thought I would kill him here, but I should have just done key grab. I was definitely optimistic in terms of damage. There we go, and JH trades with 6p. Now we're in the final round. Spoilers, I did end up losing this set. So I jump here, he does 2S. I try not to press IBFD. Now, I'm blocking Sol, and I go, hey, he's been staggering me for a while. What if I mash? Never do this. Ever. Not ever in your entire life should you be mashing in that spot. There's at most I should have jumped because he doesn't have the tension to get an RC conversion, so I wouldn't have taken that much damage. Instead, I mashed. I got hit by this conversion. I could not burst any of it. And I take like 70%. Here we go. I block the JH. I burst on block because I'm just really scared right now. He hits me with a revolver, which he has been backing off against Jealous Rage this whole time. So I'm thinking he's gonna back off again. Instead, he jumps back, then does revolver. Insanely good recognition there. He rotated like for the first time in this entire set, right when it mattered. There we go. I tried to throw him. I wait. I block the 5K. I do block this stuff though, and he doesn't RC it for some reason. And here, I do CS. I bait the YRC. One more interaction, and I could win the game. I think the entire game now is determined by whether he DPs on this wake up or doesn't. And he does it. It kills me. And that is the game. It was well played. Tatuma, like, the way he played on defense and in neutral, it forced me to play way too scrambly and aggressive when I really didn't want to. And, well, it didn't force me to, but it just incentivized me to, and I didn't adapt quick enough. He played this super well. I think Jonathan played super well. I think Rang played super well. Honestly, I mean, everyone made mistakes, including me, but I think these were definitely memorable games, for me at least. Hopefully this analysis of all the sets was interesting to you. Hopefully I might have taught you something you didn't know about, but for now, I'm going to stop the video here, and it was a pleasure. So, take care everyone. Bye-bye.